Hello folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and we are in the Python basic series for beginners, and our today's topic of discussion is polymorphism as we continue to explore object oriented programming concepts. So to start with, in this video we will be covering what is polymorphism, what is method overloading, and we will have a look at constructor overloading and understand how the method overloading is achieved in Python via various different options. So let's jump in. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism is the ability of an object to take different forms depending on the context. This is something that we have already seen in our previous videos when we were uh, having a look at operators. So if you remember plus operator, when you pass alphabets to the plus operator, it does concatenation. When you pass numbers to plus operator or integers to plus operator, it will give you addition. So this is plus operator taking different forms depending on the context. It changes its behavior when it is given alphabets and when it is given numbers. So and achieves what polymorphism. So in object oriented programming, if we want to achieve polymorphism, we need to know concept of method overloading. What is method overloading? If there are two or more methods with same name but different number of parameters or different types of parameters or both, then we call these methods as overloaded methods. So let's see with the help of example. We have defined product method twice. Once in the first definition it takes two parameters, in the second definition it takes three parameters, and the functionality is same. It returns the product of two parameters and three parameters respectively. However, when calling that methods, when we call product 4 comma 5, we are calling the first, the Python should call first method, and when we call product 4 comma 5 comma 5, it should call second method. So let's run this code and see what is the output that we get. Will the Python give the output or will it throw an error is the point that we need to clarify here. If you notice, we are getting an error. Product missing one required positional argument C is what we get. That means even if I have called product 4 comma 5, Python got confused which method out of these two should be invoked. So it invoked, I think, this second one, which is the latest one, and it's looking for the argument with parameter C. So I will just comment this statement and see whether if I am getting the output. Look at this. Now I am getting the output because it took the latest one. However, this is a problem because I expected the output for product 4 comma 5 and this method to be invoked. However, that didn't happen. So to solve this problem, various options were tried. Option 1 was to mention a data type of the parameter. So here, if you look at this example, we have a method add that is defined. Inside that, data type and star args is passed as a parameter. So data type is checked before performing the method task. If data type is equal to int, answer is equal to 0. If data type is equal to str, answer is equal to blank star, means they are taking a variable answer to store the sum. And for x in args, so any number of arguments that will be passed to the method add will be iterated over and the sum will be calculated for that arguments. So even if a string is passed or an integer is passed, the we will get a proper result. So add, the data type is mentioned integer 5 and 6 was mentioned, and add str high and friends was mentioned. So I just run this code and check if our requirement is satisfied. Yes, we get the result. However, this seemed to be um, writing some extra code and defining data type. So more generic to in order to find more generic way, option 2 was introduced, and it was said that put a none data type for both of the parameters. So here def add is the method that was defined, and both were assigned none while the method definition. So if a is not equal to none and b is equal to none, print a, else print a plus b. So if a is not equal to none, okay, so if there is some number and b is equal to none, all right, So what it will do, it will display A, else it will print A plus B, whatever the data type. Okay, so if I run this, in the first place I have passed two parameters 2 comma 3. A, this condition A not equal to none, not equal to none in the sense A not equal to uh, 2 not equal to none, so this will be true. B is equal to none, this will become false, and 2 plus 3 will be executed, that is there in the else part. As this condition become false, it will come here, and I should get the result as 5. And when I do add 2 in this time, at this time, what will happen is, if A not equal to none, so yes, that is true. B is equal to none, we did not pass B, so this time this is 2, so it is trying to print B. Again, this would require different conditions to be checked, so more generic solution was thought of, and Python came up with dispatch module. So multiple dispatch module, inside which there is a dispatch class, and we started using at the rate add dispatch decorator, wherein we can achieve method overloading. So if you could see here, at dispatch is the decorator, and the data types have been passed. So if there are two parameters, two times integer is mentioned. If there are three parameters, three times integer is mentioned. So the number of parameters have differed. The name is the same, name of the method is the same. Then after that, at the rate dispatch, again data types are specified, and those are specified three times. So data type different, we are checking here different data types as well as different number of data types. That's the reason we have defined product method thrice. It will return product of the respective inputs or the arguments that are provided. So if you could see, when these methods are called, product 2 comma 3 is the first call. So 2 comma 3, it recognized, due to the dispatch module, it recognized that it has to call the first method, and the output will be displayed accordingly. Now 2 comma 3 comma 2 will again call the second method, and as when you specify float arguments, it will call third method. So irrespective of the number of parameters or the data type of parameters, it still recognizes the right method and invokes the same using this dispatcher. Now I will run this cell, and let's see the output. If you could see, 2 into 3 6, 2 into 3 into 2 12, and the last one 2.2 into 3.4 into 2.4 17.204 is the output. So this is something we wanted to achieve. Now if you look at it, the method name is the same, all right. Only difference is the number of parameters and the data types of parameters. However, it did not matter whether the number was different or the data type that was uh, passed as an argument was a different. The proper, or you can say the relevant method definition was called, and correct output were displayed. So this is something called as method overloading, and using method overloading, we have achieved what? Polymorphism. Same as we could do it for methods, we can also do it for constructor overloading. So one of the options here is shown with the example of class person. So here in the constructor, what is done is name attribute is taken and age attribute. However, the age attribute has been assigned to none. Now when object is created with name Alice and age is not mentioned, and when the object is created with name Bob along with the age mentioned, and then we are trying to print the name and age, let's see if we are able to do that. Yes, we are, because if the age is not mentioned, it took what? Age as none. So even if one parameter was mentioned or two parameter were mentioned in the constructor method, we got the desired outputs. So this is something called as constructor overloading. So what we have seen in this video is that using constructor overloading and method overloading, we can achieve polymorphism. So that's all about polymorphism. In our upcoming videos, we will have a look at inheritance and abstraction. So thank you for listening. Have a nice day. See you in the next session. Bye.